It's 1799. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like,
Compared
stuff like
to
that.
Z Fold 7.
That one's probably what, 19?
Um. Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me see this. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is 19. See, the thing is, I've never paid like full price for these phones because I've had like the phone before it. Like
Right, right.
when I got my first Note, which I believe was the Note 2, because the Note 1, I mean the Fold 1, I was not buying that. That was no. The
That
Fold 2, I traded in my Note 10.
mhm.
I think it was, yeah, my Note 10 for that, and definitely didn't pay whatever they were offering at the time. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it took 1,000 off whenever I got it. Whenever I got it, I think at the time, I want to say they were like they weren't 2,000 then.
No, and then on top of that, it's like if you're going through any of these companies, most of the time, it's like the installment thing. So it's like
Yeah,
even on top of that, you're paying 30, 40, whatever a month. So it's like, granted, obviously the price at the end of the day is the price at the end of the day. And 17.99 versus 19.99 isn't a crazy difference, but it's, when you're talking about the Pixel 10 and the Pixel 10 Pro, and you're
hmm
talking about, okay, these are flagship prices, you kind of expect flagship, specs or flagship just benchmarks and stuff like that.
you
So
do, you
it,
do.
it it's interesting. Honestly, this is probably a perfect intro to this video. So hello everyone, welcome to, I don't really have a name for this. It's just really sort of tech talk.
There you go.
It is probably for tech fans one of the most wonderful times of year because it's smartphone season.
It is.
July, obviously, Samsung had all of their stuff. August was Google's turn, and apparently Samsung again. Well, Samsung, I guess this next
Galaxy
event,
AI. Yeah,
yeah, this
this was
AI
just
event is the beginning of September, but then obviously September is typically Apple. So we're gonna go through all three of them, and because we've already started with Google, let's continue with that, and let's watch their
quick
it's like their
recap.
10 and 10 thing, like
hmm
recap. Yeah.
Everything. In honor
Let's
of the
read.
10th generation of Pixel that just dropped, here are my top 10 favorite
It's
highlights
close
that you
enough.
need to know about. Number 10 has to be this incredible lineup of all new products. Meet Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro in two sizes, Pixel 10 Pro Fold, Pixel
The
Snap,
fold does look
Pixel Watch
nice.
4,
Oh yeah,
Pixel
it
Buds
does.
2a,
It does.
and Pixel Buds Pro 2 just got a software update. That was a mouthful, and we're still on number 10. Number 9 is Gemini. Your built-in AI assistant now lives across Pixel Phone, Watch, and Buds. And it's coming soon to your car and home speakers and displays.
Interesting that it wasn't already
Plus,
across
you can
all
share your
three.
phone's camera with Gemini
It
Live to
is.
get help in the moment.
Gemini, which
So-
one of these can go faster? The one on the right.
Number 8 are those Pixel Buds I mentioned earlier. These things are awesome. Pixel Buds Pro 2 are getting a software upgrade
it's
that
just
includes
in
head
ear.
gestures, adaptive audio,
Can't
loud
do
noise
those.
protection, and more. And the new Pixel Buds 2a are
The new.
smaller, lighter, and they twist to adjust. Isn't that right, Kareem?
100% agree.
At the number 7 spot is Pixel Watch 4. This thing has it all.
It's
Not only does it
crazy
look
how like they're
beautiful
trying to
with
be
a
hip
new
and like
Actua 360
trendy.
dome display,
Apparently, they
it's
had a
also
lot of
safety
celebrities
device
throughout this
and
one.
a top-tier health
Oh,
device.
they did. We'll talk. We'll
Yeah.
talk.
Okay, that's the key to building fitness.
And that guy right there, see him all the
Speaking of
time.
health and fitness, we just announced our newest Google edition, the one, the only Stephen Curry, who will help take our personal health coach to the next level. In at number 6
That's
is
crazy.
the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. It's a phone, it's
They
a
had
tablet,
so
it's a movie
many.
screen. It's
Yeah.
incredible. And it fits in your pocket.
This is so rad.
Number 5 is video generation, and it will blow your mind. Veo 3 lets you easily create high-quality videos of almost anything you can imagine right on your phone.
My platform is simple. More treats.
Number 4 feels like magic. The new Magic Queue feature on Pixel 10 gives you the information
Now
you
this
need
was cool.
when you need it, where you need it.
Send.
Got some
Look at that.
some
Pretty
reviews.
magical, right?
I got.
Easy.
This was
Heard,
cool.
And
heard
at
some
number
things
3,
from that.
editing your photos just got a whole lot easier.
If
You
it
can now
works.
ask Google Photos to create the perfect image by simply typing in what you want to have done to it. No expertise required.
Oh my God. Oh my
There you
God.
go.
And for number 2, we need to get close for another new camera feature. The incredible ProRes zoom capabilities on Pixel 10 Pro. This thing can zoom up to 100x.
If you see where we actually took this shot from, way
Whoa.
back there.
Last but not least, number 1 is here to help us take better photos. Camera Coach is built
wait to
right
see that
into your
in real
Pixel
world.
camera.
Right.
It gives you pointers on how to snap great pics. Just ask Alex Cooper.
Boom. Money, baby.
There we go.
And that's a wrap. But those 10 highlights are just scratching the surface. Check out the full show for some incredible moments and an all-new music video from the Jonas Brothers. Yes, the Jonas Brothers, shot entirely on Pixel. Thanks for
All right.
watching, and don't forget, ask more of your phone.
So yeah, that was, I guess, the Pixel event in a nutshell. This is really interesting to rewatch, actually, because like I said, I've been spending a lot of the day watching some of the different reviews on it.
Mhm.
And like I said, obviously I was telling you already about MKBHDs, and he how he was saying that it feels like they're doing a lot of, not necessarily, I won't call it mid-range because I feel like that's too disrespectful of it, but like it's not flagship, but like we were saying before, it's flagship cost. So like one of the things that he had highlighted was the crap, I already forgot what she named it. The thing you was like, this is cool.
The
Magic Q, yeah, Magic
Yeah.
Q, where he was showing some of the stuff where like it just wasn't as intuitive as it looks like it could be.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where specifically he was looking at his flight information, like he was sending that to someone, and I guess he was, say if he's flying this week and next week,
Right.
and the question might have been, hey, so when is your flight next week? You would think that it should be smart enough to be like, okay, don't look at this one for this week, but it's showing that one. And then when you send it, it's not even sending all of the flight information. And, it's just sort of sending the time. I think it's in time and day, but like, not like flight number. Like if it's somebody who might be flying with you, they might want to make sure we're on the same flight. So it makes sense to at least send like the flight number.
It was
So, like,
kind of disappointing.
Yeah, so it was things like that. The other big thing I noticed from a different review, they were talking about the Magic Zoom, and I don't know how well versed you are with Pixel cameras in general. They're not my favorite cameras. They're just, everything is software based, obviously. With so they never have like the greatest sensors or like greatest all.
They were definitely relied on software.
Yeah, and so it still didn't look as sharp. Like granted, I don't know. I've never tried on my iPhone super high zoom, but even when I was looking at some of like it was like 15 times or like 20 times zoom, like they were comparing it to iPhone and then S25.
Yeah,
Pixel was definitely the worst out of all three.
It's funny when they always show these crazy zooms because most of the time when you do them, it's really hard to stabilize it. Like you can't. I was like, it's not that simple just to zoom in like that and keep it right to get that. I've done it a few times. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that. It's not that easy. And I was like, this does look cool, but I doubt it looks this clear. The way they showed it, I was like, come on now. Like,
I feel like a lot of what they're doing with that each time is that it has it on a tripod first off, so it's like you don't have to worry about somebody's head being able to do that. And then it's a setup shot where it's like, granted, obviously this one they are showing that it's supposed to be like a car driving, but you didn't take
the
that
car was
picture
not
of it.
moving.
Yeah, that car wasn't moving. Like that wasn't a car driving down the road that you happen to catch. So like
you wouldn't catch that. No,
it's one of those. But then also on the flip side, when am I ever really using 100 times zoom? So it's like it is cool to see. I don't know how much I absolutely care that it doesn't work as they show because I'm never gonna use it.
Yeah, there's some features it literally just gimmick. I'm like, this is cool, but it's like, when am I actually gonna really do this?
Right.
Like, if you at a concert, you that far back, you shouldn't have went.
No, I'm not. If I'm at a concert that I gotta use 100 zoom at, we fighting. Like, why am I here?
Like, if you are taking pictures of the Canyon or wherever they were at, Why would you
Mhm.
be that far away? It doesn't make any sense.
How you even
Some of
know
the
that you
things.
saw like 100?
Doesn't make
How
any
did they even
sense.
notice they saw that car?
Yeah, like the only time I've seen, I think it was Samsung. Their demo a long time ago was them zooming into like the moon or whatever. I was like,
Which,
okay,
yeah,
that is interesting. But then you find out that it was just a picture of the moon that the camera pulled in, apparently, that looked like what you were looking at. It wasn't
okay,
actually you doing it. And I was just like, well, what is the point of this?
yeah. It's
Like,
it's it's
that's
interesting
when
to
that what is
me.
the picture thing start coming up.
Mm.
Yeah, so
It's like you said. It's one of those things where like this is a gimmick. This is. I'm curious who that's actually selling. It works well for an event. Like you said, it was cool for the event.
yeah.
But who is that really selling? I'm really interested to know. And then just the spectacle of the event. It was an interesting. Did you watch the full event?
I saw all the people or whatever. I was like, oh, I'm not watching. There's just a lot of cameos. That's what it felt like to me. Just a lot
It
of
was it felt like a night. Like obviously Jimmy Kimmel hosted it,
right.
so it really did feel like a night show.
Yeah,
which is it's interesting.
it's a different change.
show.
It's a change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not just all Google employees or whatever. Like they're trying to make it, I guess, a little bit more fun. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
it's cool. It'll get somebody's attention. Somebody's a fan of whoever they showed. It'll get their attention. I guess.
yeah. I mean, my dad took notice of seeing Giannis there. He sent the video like, "Hey, this is cool. Giannis at this tech event." So like, you're getting the people like that. Like my dad's already into tech, so it's like now another level that he was interested in. I'm sure him and my mom watched it probably, but it was just again, who is this for?
You know, it's always funny when they do these celebrity endorsement things, kind of like this. And now you like watching them. Like you better not show with an iPhone nowhere.
Yeah,
it's always funny because it's like, are you really using this thing for real, or are you just in this commercial or whatever? I don't know. I always think that's funny to see, especially when they get caught. Like, because before back in the day, Twitter used to tell you Twitter from iPhone or Twitter from whatever. That's all gone now. But back in the day, that's how you get caught. You were like, I thought you were Google person. What happened?
I do remember that. That was crazy. Speaking of Apple, though, they did name drop Apple at one point in it, and that was something that sort of set the internet aflame.
See, this is all it's about, really. Just like Samsung announcing their Galaxy event right before Apple's event. Apple is very far behind when it comes to their own assistant. Like Siri is nowhere, like nothing. Gemini, ChatGPT, none of that. It's even using ChatGPT as a backing of it.
If some of the rumors are to be told, and I think I got it on the docket, they're looking at ways to fix that.
See, it's so funny to me because it's like you guys are supposed to be the big, the big dog or whatever,
right?
But you're relying on other LLMs to help you. So it's very interesting to see if they do Gemini, if they do add that in. I was like, okay, so cool, I guess. I mean, it's cool for me, but it kind of makes y'all look crazy. Like you got Siri and you can't make Siri better all this time.
It does, and I guess in a way you can say that it doesn't. Like I know, like it goes into like the how much is like it has to be, I guess, a huge component of your future devices just because AI is everywhere,
right?
But it's also like maybe it's a sign of like they don't fully believe in AI's lasting power. There's a lot of people who talk about AI being a potential bubble. So now, do we do this million and millions of dollar investment, hundreds of millions of dollars investment into something that might go the way of the dodo in 4 or 5 years?
I think so. AI right now, everybody's all into it. Everybody's trying to implement it and everything. And I'm like, I eventually feel like people will get kind of scared of it. Yeah, I think I get too advanced, or people are like, okay, let's dial it back.
Yeah,
we've given it too much information now, and I feel like then it gets a little bit. I mean, I hate the Tom Cruise movie, Mission Impossible. It was very interesting. It was to see how they did it in that movie. I was like, this is not far fetched.
Right.
If y'all give it too much access, what can it do? Like I do think about that. I'm like, hey, the movie's not too crazy, honestly. So I don't know. It's funny to see so many people implementing and rushing to it, and the hiring, the bonuses, all the crazy stuff that's going on right now. It's just like y'all are really relying on this, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, and if it don't pay off, it's gonna be interesting.
Right.
So,
But I mean, who knows what'll happen with it, or what Apple will do with their AI moving forward. Was there anything else at the Google event? But I guess before we go on to the next thing that you were super excited about.
No, I don't think so. I mean, them making the assistant, I guess, work across devices was interesting. I was like, that's really now? Like, it wasn't like that before?
Yeah, that's interesting to
I
me.
was like, okay, like you couldn't just talk to your buzz before? All right, well, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I just assumed that would have been like a no-brainer,
Yeah,
but
should be on
maybe
everything. You know, you
yeah,
watch
maybe
and-
there were some software issues with it. I have no idea. I can't remember if they talked about it here, if it was just sort of an article that, more of the live translation features with it. I know they already had it, but they were talking about how it's going to get better.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's talking about that feature in general. Because I think that's the best use case of it. So AI can understand, so it can respond. So they should have it in everything. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. I thought that was for them to point it out in the top 10 thing. They were like, oh, now it works across. I'm like, they did before? Like, you can't just, all right. Translate's been around forever. Google Translate's been around, like, I don't know. I feel like it's always been there.
It's interesting. The only other thing that was kind of funny to me, we were talking about how they really tried to make it feel like a talk show. It was they did it to the point they were holding up applause signs.
Oh God.
Which is so
Were
funny.
they really?
Yeah, it's like in every talk show obviously does it.
Right.
So like for them to try to make this announcement be a talk show, it makes sense to have it there. Like I don't want it to be like we're dunking on Google for having it. It's just funny of the optics, because it's like somebody who didn't realize this is going to be a talk show. It's like, why is Google telling me to applause right now? Yeah. Or it's getting put online and now everybody's like, look, they couldn't even get, like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it makes it kind of weak of them to need that. Because other than that, what you think would be just white noise, nobody gonna do anything. The people that are there they were going to Google.
Yeah, they were going to applause regardless.
Like, you might have got some people in there that are just there for hate, but majority of those people that are there to review, excited, to talk about this stuff afterwards, and hopefully get invited back.
Right.
So
I feel like, just to keep in the realm of Google and Android, this was something that also took a lot of anger was out there with this. With Google is reportedly locking down the ability to sideload apps specifically for unverified developers. So if your app is signed, I'm assuming if you go through Android Studio is their IDE. So like if you go through that, if it's potentially on the App Store or the Play Store rather, you'll still be able to sideload like whatever version is on your website, I would assume. But
we hope.
We do hope. I guess, yeah.
Because this is interesting, because like, well, the only time you do sideload is when stuff is not on the Play Store.
Right.
Because you want it and it's not there. So if they lock it down to that point, that's almost like how Apple does it, where you can't, unless you what was it used to call it? Jailbreak. Remember or Android, back in the day, what was it?
Root
I forgot.
access.
Root, yeah, to root it. Yeah. And I was like, I used to, a long time ago.
I used to root every phone. I used to jailbreak all my iPhones.
Yeah. it was fun. It was cool. Like I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll add all this stuff on here. Yeah, Now I don't feel the need. I haven't done it in a while, but I feel like I want to bring that back. But people are like, all right, time to root these Androids now.
I am curious of it. It's very interesting to see sort of, Apple is famous for their walled garden. And it's so curious to see Google sort of start to do the same, but at the same time still say, hey, we're the free ones. Like, Android is very much the free open OS. Right. And it's like, if you start looking at some of the things that Google has been doing recently, they're not as free and open as they used to be.
It's interesting because, like, on every Samsung I get, you can activate developer mode on the phone and change all those settings you want to in there. I was like, if it can let you do all that, it's very simple. It's not that hard to activate it. So it's like, you know where to click it, you're good.
Oh, but so that's not going to be a developer mode feature. That won't show up in developer mode.
No, it won't. But like, like USB debugging and all that stuff, you can turn all that stuff in there. So it's like I don't know. I don't know. It really depends on what, like, when they turn this on or whatever they do. How many things can you not sideload anymore? I'm really curious to see how that works. It only is just if it's not in the Play Store, you can't sideload. And I'm like, well, that's gonna stop a lot of people, like emulators, different things that people do that they might not want to put on the Play Store because they, if they get it scanned or whatever, it might get blocked anyway. So, some people don't put it on the Play Store on purpose.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it sounds like this is all going down as probably what, March of
next year.
Because like that's where I'm looking at their blog post on the Android developers blog, and that's where verification is opening for all developers. Like there's invitations that are going out starting in October. It seems like it's going to be a slow rollout. Like they're talking about certain regions in September, then it just goes into 2027 and beyond. So it's not a, hey, this is happening tomorrow, flip of the switch type of thing. But to your point of, is it going to be all apps in the Play Store? I do kind of get the vibe. Like you have to
go through the Play Store.
I don't know if you necessarily have to go to the Play Store. Like they're probably going to still give you the ability, like say if you're a Spotify and you want to have the APK on your website for whatever reason. I don't know why some of them would.
Right.
But it sounds like you have to at least have a Play Store version. Like that is kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this, like, because they keep making a layer of like developer verification, safety aspect of it, and the hidden reason of control, but it's very much about we want to wall off this garden a little bit more than we used to.
Okay, they want the EU come after them next. That's what they want. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, but I think, like we were talking about it off air, they might have safeguarded themselves enough where those other app stores are technically available. So they probably still have to get signed in all of those, but
it's true.
You can still do that.
I don't know. It's what happens to, okay, so they have this store. There's also the Galaxy store that's on Samsung phones that is also Android apps that you can install that do not go through the Play Store to install. And they'll even show up sometimes the Play Store like, hey, you have an update yet, but I didn't get this app from the Play Store. I got it from the Samsung apps. Even there used to be, I don't know if there still is, I haven't seen it in a long time. There used to be an Amazon had an app store.
God, I remember
on Android as well.
I remember that app store. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, this is interesting. Is it going to stop stuff like that, or is Samsung like, hey, wait a minute?
But see, that's the thing. I feel like the Samsung store is still going to be there. I feel like I don't even know if the Amazon store is still there, like you said. But if it, let's just say for the sake that it is, I feel like those will still be there. But Google is going to tell you, hey, we still need to make sure that the developers on your app store are safe. And it might just be something to like immediately in
no longer available.
Oh,
the Amazon one.
Well, but no, they might be like, you still need to be a verified developer. I guess maybe to even like get it signed. So,
like on Android, when you have an option in there that says install from unknown sources, are they going to take that away? Where
I'm curious,
because right now when you try it, it asks you, hey, you sure
right
you want to install this? And I say yes because I know what I'm doing. But it's like, if they take that option away, that stops all of that. You can't install nothing.
It almost kills my TV behind me because
yes.
It's a Sony TV, but it's built on Google TV, and there are so many apps that just aren't available traditionally in the Play Store. Like I had to get basically like a downloader so I could find the APK.
Yep.
The matter of fact,
I think it's called downloader.
Yeah, I think it is called. Like the PS remote. Like granted, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter for this one because it's the Sony. Like it's built into the TV. But the TV in my bedroom is also a Google TV, and it's an old enough version of Apple or Android TV rather that the PlayStation Remote Play app, it just isn't natively available. But
you gotta go
you
get
can
it.
find an APK for it.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
it's like, dang, I wouldn't be able to use that anymore.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they implement this. We'll watch closely.
Yeah. Oh, trust
Because
me, I need to.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm really interested. Like you said, I am interested on what the EU is saying behind this, because obviously right now they seem to be the force in making sure that all tech is sort of democratized for all.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if they're looking at this like, we'll also be watching closely. And like you said, if Google was like, well, we're trying to figure out ways to circumvent that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
It's a crazy time. Before we get into the Samsung event, this one is just a quick fun one. Waymo can now test their self-driving taxis in New York.
I'm scared of that.
I was just gonna ask, are you interested in driving or in being in a self-driving taxi? So in this case, in New York, they do have to have a driver behind the wheel.
Okay.
I know the one in San Francisco, I believe, doesn't.
No, I've seen people like riding, and I'm like, I don't know how you can do that. I'm too scared.
So that's why I brought it up. I was curious. Are you open to having driverless cars?
No, absolutely not. You don't have that's like I feel about AI taking over everything. Like AI cannot replace a developer. I don't care.
No, of course not.
What they say, but no.
But they might be able to replace a driver.
I don't believe that because the stuff you could be the best driver. People be the craziest on the road. Where it has to be able to react. Like I can't. It's all it takes is, I'm going this way. Oh, the turn is coming up. I don't know what the hell this guy over here is doing.
You don't think it got the camera? Like, there's already cars that have when we drove to Texas for DreamCon 2 years ago, the van that we rented, it had lane assist. So it already was letting, like, if we were going over a little bit too much, especially late at night, if we would go, it'll move me right back over. If a car got too close, it'll scoop me over. And so they have ways to already it's getting crazy. Let me straighten you back out.
Look, I've been watching people with these Tesla. Like, look, when the Tesla stuff started, and people were literally like not paying attention at all. They were eating, drinking, putting on makeup, and while that thing was just going, I was like, absolutely not.
I know someone
who never do that.
I know someone who, obviously I'm not going to say their name because it's very much illegal, but they took a full on nap to let they. So it's
maybe it'll make it. Maybe if you're really tired and that does happen and it saves you that way, sure. But relying on it, no, I can't.
But see, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm really curious. I want to try. I couldn't do it full time. You are absolutely correct. I could never just be like, all right, the car got this. I'm just a passenger at all times now. Yeah, I'm just checking out.
I'm over here on the passenger seat while that shit going.
But if I was in San Francisco and I'm like, all right, I'm leaving the hotel, I'm going to dinner, or I'm going wherever for a night out in the town.
It would be neat.
I do want to try it at least once or twice.
But my own car, no.
No, of course not. No, that's why we're talking about the taxi aspect. Okay. You're not relying on the taxi at all times. This is specifically for when you're on vacation or if you live in that city when you're going out having a good time.
I ain't trusting this in New York. Sorry, no. The way I was every day I was there, I was riding Ubers the whole time. That driving is wild.
We took a lot of public transportation, but we took an Uber. We took an Uber enough that no, it's rough. I did ask Jamie when it hits New York.
I was like,
I asked, so hopefully, fingers crossed. One, that she's safe, of course. Obviously, fingers crossed of that. But two, that she gives us great insight. I want to know first person view, a recap of how it is. Yes. I need a vlog from it.
Yeah, because Lord, good luck to her. I don't know. I can't do it. Mm-mm. And this is just Waymo, right? This is just like a separate service from Uber and Lyft. Because I don't need them throwing them in there.
Yeah,
You know,
I believe Waymo is like its own
Own
app,
thing,
right?
right?
Like,
Because I don't need them throwing it up in Uber. Like all of a sudden I'm getting a Waymo. Like, wait a minute. Reject. I don't want
yeah,
it.
I think you specifically download Waymo.
Okay.
Oh, it's in multiple cities. I thought it was only in San Fran and Phoenix. It's also in LA, Atlanta, and Austin. It's also coming soon to Miami and Washington, D.C. That's not too far from you, is it?
It's not, but
Look, you can try it. You can try it. You
I
can
need
let
a
us
short
all
distance.
know.
I need a real short distance.
Let me see if they got a time frame. Oh no, you have to sign up, and they said they'll just let you get the latest.
Okay. Oh look, Waymo Robotaxis are now available in the Uber app in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta was on the list. I know it didn't say specifically. Oh, it does say right on Uber.
Yeah.
You can also do that in Austin.
Oh.
Only in the Uber app.
Huh. Okay. So in
I
Uber,
wonder
I
how
guess you
much-
could choose one.
I wonder how much more it is.
That's interesting.
Than
Probably less if you're not paying a person.
You think no? That technology
it's just their car, you know.
They
you ain't
not
paying a person.
All right, I just did a random ride from some random Marriott hotel to the airport. So Uber X for that is $35.99.
Okay.
I cannot pick.
Oh, you can't pick a Waymo?
I can't specifically pick Waymo. You can specifically pick electric.
Okay. Maybe it's like certain. Maybe it's not everywhere in it.
True.
It might be certain places that
it
might be certain distances too. Maybe it can go.
Maybe it's like if I was downtown or something.
Yeah. So
dang.
That's that's an interesting
Either
thing.
way, electric car is $20 more for that same ride. That $35.99 would have went up to $57.37.
Wow, just selecting. I think I've just done Uber. I always do Uber X usually.
I do
so. And I've gotten Teslas before.
Yeah, I think this is like guaranteed electric car because I've gotten Teslas and Uber X's.
Yeah.
So it's not. I think it's just like they won't even show this to people who don't have an electric car.
Oh, okay.
It also says it's a comfort electric, so I think it's like also a larger car or whatever.
Or like a Model Y, maybe a SUV type.
Yeah, probably. But I'm gonna have to look and see. I'm gonna talk. I know some people, like I said, who stay in San Fran, and I just want to say it's in LA. I'm gonna see if they got new Waymos and see what the cost is like.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested.
I am very interested. I next time I'm in one of those cities, I might take a Waymo.
Oh God, let me know how it is.
I will. Look, it might show up in New York before the next time I'm there, and that'd be perfect.
Maybe I'll try one when I'm going in October. So
nice, yeah.
I'll try. I might try one. Jesus. I might try one. We'll see.
I'm curious how quickly they'll spin it up because New York is not on this coming soon list. So
oh, okay.
I wonder if they could have just not updated their website. Fair enough, but
that is true too. You never know.
We shall see. So, what you want to talk this folding competition? The foldable competition, and that leads us right into Samsung. So,
I mean, it's all going off of this, rumor mill of Apple doing theirs next year. I've been saying that for the longest time. I was like, "Come on, Apple, like get in here, like come on."
Theirs is going to be 2,500. Okay, that's fair.
It's just I hate to say this. I feel like if Apple's first version would be good.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they always wait until everybody else has done it and watching all the problems.
Right.
What they do. They wait up. Let's see all the issues roll out. Let's see how y'all do, and then we gonna come in here with ours. Our first version gonna be hit. It's gonna be. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do because I just iPhone, iPad Mini together. That sounds beautiful to me.
So does the iPad Mini die that day?
Absolutely.
Okay.
iPad Mini dead.
Okay, fair enough then.
iPad Mini almost dead now. How big the iPhone's getting. So
I'm so curious how many they sell per year.
Yeah, I can't believe it's. I highly doubt it's still doing well now. I mean, some of the crazy choices they make. Like you were talking about your iPad the other day, how specific pens
Yeah.
or whatever, and then I think they just. I want to say the last iPad mini they did that to it too.
I
believe.
think if
They
I'm
started
not
requiring
mistaken,
the only two pins. Which
if
is
I'm not
stupid.
mistaken, it requires the same pins as mine.
Yeah, and I was like, this is wild.
It's so frustrating because, like, obviously, I had the Apple Pencil from my old iPad Air,
Right.
and granted, look, that iPad Air was 5, 6 years, 6, maybe even 7 years old. I think I got it 2018. 2018 seems to stick out to me. Matter of fact, it was 2018. I know for a fact now because it was the first year I had started my job. It was right before I started my job, the job I'm currently in now. I've been here 6 years. So
yeah, it does. I just looked on the website. It's the Pencil Pro and a USB-C pencil.
Yeah, so those are the latest two. So the original one, I think the only one that you can still use the original Apple Pencil on is the iPad, like the cheap $300 one. And so, and obviously unless you got an older one, but it's so weird and it's so frustrating.
I'm honestly, that's one of the barriers for me upgrading my iPad. I was like, I'll just hold on to this until I can, because I was like, I don't want to buy another pen. Them things are $120. Like sometimes you catch them $100, I guess.
Yeah, I think.
But no,
right when I bought
crazy.
mine, I looked. It was on sale for $100, but I was like, I just dropped almost 500 on this. I don't want to spend another 100 right now.
Still want it.
I do. I haven't gotten it yet, but I will be getting it. You are correct.
Yeah. So it's, and the USB-C one is what, 79.
I'm sorry. I know I had to attach this other one to somewhere else to charge, but that was part of the reason I wanted to upgrade. Because I'm not putting it somewhere else to charge. I want it to be able to snap on top and charge.
Look, I love it. Look, I just take this thing, put it on side, it's gone, and that's it.
That's what I'm saying.
I love that.
That's what I want to be able to do with my next one. I would love to say I would prefer to save the extra $30, but it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't understand. I get it. Like some kind of layer they put in there, whatever. I was like, come on, put the other one in there. So you
they said something about with them moving the camera to the side. It really felt like BS. Like I remember the announcement, and I'm like, this just sounds like BS.
Like there's a lot of weird pen stuff going on. Even Samsung does some crazy stuff where is an S Pen that can work from my phone, but it doesn't work on the outside. It's just the inside. I was like, why can't I use it anywhere on the device?
That's interesting.
Like, okay, we didn't put the layer on the outside for the pen to detect the digitizer. I'm like, well,
why didn't you? like
why not? Dude, I don't understand. Like, and it's like a different. You can't use the pen like the Note 10 obviously had a pen. You can't use that on the newer stuff. It doesn't detect it. I'm like,
so you have to get the pen specifically.
Yeah, it's like there's certain ones that says the slim pen or whatever. It's like, what is going on? Like, why are y'all making it difficult? Okay, honestly, trying to sell more accessories, but maybe treat your customers a little better. And not make them have to buy another $100 pen. You
would think, and that's definitely the thing that's rough with tech right now is that it just feels like before it used to be, you knew you were kind of getting to that with Apple, right? Like you were paying the Apple tax.
Yeah.
And now it just feels like there's an Apple tax, there's a Samsung tax, there's a Google tax. Like every company is sort of like, we gonna make sure we get ours regardless of how you feel about anything.
It's some crazy choices. I'm like, well, I don't understand. Like, it's only been a year. Why is there a different pen, and why can't I use the pen I had? It just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand that. And whoever thought of that need to go to hell. But I just think it's stupid.
Okay,
like, it's unnecessary. It's just an unnecessary change.
No, I'm with you. So then. Obviously, like you said, in the foldable thing, are you going to have multiple foldables, or are you going to still keep your Galaxy foldable? Because it sounds like the Pixel foldable is already out. Like you didn't.
I never. The only other foldable that was interesting to me was the OnePlus Open.
I don't think I've seen theirs. Let me look at the one.
I like that one a lot. They have not put out a second one yet. They've been holding on to this first one for the longest time, but it's a great first version. This is nice. Like they did a great job with this. I love that one.
Ooh, 1,500. All right.
Yeah, I love that
Ain't
one. That
bad
was really
compared
nice.
to all the other ones. So
Yeah,
I'm not a foldable guy. Sell me on what is it that you love about these?
I like a portable mini tablet that's around that I can put away easier. Like I can't carry around an iPad mini.
You are
it's
correct.
It's too big. Like I
You don't carry
can't.
a backpack or anything with you?
I have a bag, but not one big enough for an iPad mini. Like I want something I can fold up and put in my same bag that I normally have on me. Like I don't
Okay.
need,
See, I carry my backpack most places.
No. Let me see. Grab this damn thing. So I have this thing. Like
Okay,
this.
yeah.
So I have this. Like I probably maybe could force the iPad mini in
No,
here.
you are
Maybe.
definitely forcing it at that point. You are
But,
right.
but my this thing it's it's like this and it's cool. Like I like it. I don't know. I don't know the convenience of it.
Right.
Like I said, I've had a Samsung before this, so I just kept with it. I was like, let me just trade up every like couple years. That's what I've been doing. So I just stick with it. I've had two phones for a very long time. So I'm not.
Look, I get you.
I'm not giving it up
I
now.
was when they were attacking you on Discord about it, I was silent because I got a second phone. I just wasn't saying anything. I was letting you take all the heat, and I'm like, dang. That that meme where they like somebody getting flamed for the same opinion you had. That was me reading that entire conversation. I was ooh. So
and I was like, it's not like I'm paying like, oh, let me drop 2K. I'm not doing that. It's trading in
I fully get
$1,000,
you.
and then it's the payment plan on the AT&T or whatever. I'm not crazy.
That's why that was why I did try to chime in and help. Like, it might be development reasons. He might be developing. You never know. Like there are reasons. So
maybe one day, but that's not a reason.
I mean, look, they didn't need to know that wasn't the reason. But I did try to help you there. I get you though. I guess obviously, like you said, Apple hadn't done one. Not to sound like an Apple fanboy or anything, but that might because it's not that I think all of the other ones are trash.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that and we were talking about this when I was looking for a new tablet. Android on tablets just ain't great, fam. Like
I admit when the Fold 2 was first out, there was a lot of apps that had some problems. I'm not gonna lie. There were a lot of apps that were not working. But since then, Google has implemented this stuff into their base Android,
which makes sense because obviously now they have a foldable.
Yeah, and see when of course when Samsung first started, Google did not have one.
Right.
So and a couple years later, now they've like, oh, okay, now we're going to get into it. Samsung and Google, I feel like if Samsung has had a lot of features that Google now has in their base. Like Samsung started all the split screen stuff and all that stuff, and then Google finally put it in their phones. And I was like, yeah, I'm happy for y'all, Google, but don't forget where it came from.
And I mean,
it came from Samsung.
You got to figure at some point they're probably working very closely together. Yeah. Like
they are now.
Android, I was gonna say Android is almost ubiquitously Samsung. Like there's Motorola, I guess that's still doing their thing. OnePlus obviously is out there still.
Right.
But
Samsung
LG
is a big dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say LG is almost non-existent in the Android space. HTC, I don't even know if they still a company. Like
Samsung's if you Android, you think Samsung.
Yeah, for sure.
Pixel's trying.
They're trying for sure trying. And I like what they're doing with the Pixel thing. That's why it was so sad to see all the reviews call it sort of mid-range for flagship pricing.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. It's Samsung, and the reason when I really knew Samsung and them and Google working together really well is when they did the watch together.
Yeah,
because they were like, okay, now the Pixel or whatever they're calling it. I think it's a Pixel Watch.
I think it's still called the Pixel Watch. Yeah,
it has like Samsung used to have their own Samsung Tizen software they used to do on their watches. Mm-hmm. That's what I had a Samsung watch, one of the Tizen. But now I haven't had one since they've done this combination of Google and Samsung together doing the watches. So I wonder how much better it is now. I am curious about that. I'm like, but my iPhone is my main phone, so I got one watch.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm about to put 2 watches on. That's crazy.
yeah,
now.
no, that's you can have one on. You can have one on each wrist.
That'd
I
be
mean,
wild. Nah, that would get me robbed. I was like, that's okay. I don't need. Look, I don't fraud it outside. Okay, I have my one watch, and most of all you see is my iPhone until I'm sitting somewhere.
Yeah,
most of the time.
My Android phone doesn't leave the house. Like it may go with me to like my parents' house or like go down to the studio, but for 99% of the time that I leave the house, that phone gets sit right on this counter over here.
No, my fold, maybe not to work because I don't want to deal with that. I don't know if I asked me no question about that either.
Yeah, fair.
But when I go do shop by myself all the time. So I'll take it with me. So
I guess for you I can make sense.
Yeah.
When it's unfolding stuff like that, like I carry my backpack, so my iPad's with me.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So like I'm watching all of the stuff on that.
Yeah,
and
that's what I do.
Yeah, so I do get it. It's the same principle, different device.
Yeah.
What's happening with the Samsung event? I saw the thing. I see it's mainly about tablets.
Well, I thought it said just Galaxy AI. That was the main tagline of it or whatever. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think so. It is mainly about AI, but I guess tablets are going to be showcased with it.
Okay, I mean, Samsung does they do have a lot of tablets and big ones and many size ones, stuff like that. Have I ever had one? I don't think I've ever had a Samsung tablet.
I had the Samsung. Oh God, which one was it? It was around the Nexus 10 days, whatever their flagship tablet was. Then that was the last Android tablet I had.
It might have been a Nexus tablet, maybe, or something like that.
But I remember Google and Android, their tablet OS was trash. Then I was like, I'll never buy an Android tablet again. And that same year, I sold it and bought an iPad and just never looked back.
Yeah, I've always had I think I started out, the first iPad I ever had was a mini.
Okay.
iPad Mini 4. That was the first tablet type of thing that I had. And I was like, I like this. I like having one of these. So yeah, I feel like they've gotten better over the years. I don't hear nobody complain like that, but I also don't hear anybody talking about them as much as an iPad.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like even people we know who are very much Android fans
still have an iPad.
Yeah, like so it's one of those things where it just doesn't seem like Android has been able to crack the tablet market. Even with Google, they're having like that home. I forgot what it's called.
It was a damn tablet, a big 10-inch tablet, wasn't it? But on a stand.
But even their current Google Pixel tablet is that. And you just can attach it to it.
See, they can't even get in schools. Schools give iPads.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Ain't gonna hold you. That is a cool idea. Like if I could have a decent tablet, a very great tablet experience, but then at the same time still go and attach it to my home hub when I'm not using it, or when I, if we're sitting in the living room all together. Right. That is a really cool idea.
It is. But I heard it was very basic, that tablet that they were selling. I did too.
That. And I think that's sort of the issue.
But it was also very expensive too.
That's also true. So hopefully now with the foldables obviously getting everywhere within or not even just Samsung, but just Google and Android all together, that'll open up the tablet market.
Yeah. That's what, we'll see. I mean, I've always been tempted because just like how Apple has an ecosystem, Samsung does too.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Pixel has, like the way like everything connects together. I don't know how that works well, but I know Samsung does have like the tablet, and if you have a phone, all your calls and messages, all that stuff syncs just like Apple does. Yeah. So I've been tempted to like maybe one day just do that. Just see, but I was like, I don't want to buy no tablet. I don't think so.
Yeah, so that is the one thing I miss from not having a Mac computer anymore is being able to answer my text messages while just type them out quickly, or like if I'm taking a FaceTime call, just boom, quick. I used to love being able to, if I'm answering a FaceTime call, my phone is still the camera, but I can just look at the screen. It was it was beautiful. I loved it.
It's a lot of stuff like that that works really well. Apple does that very well. The watch, the iPad, the computer, the phone, all that stuff works seamlessly together.
Yeah,
I
for
will
sure.
give that to them. Like that's what people don't understand unless you have it. Like if you have all that stuff, it works beautifully together.
Yeah,
So.
that is true. So yeah, I'm looking at Engadgets. They're reporting just what we can expect at this Samsung event. Just sort of to get back to that,
Mhm.
and it really is like you said. One, the tagline is basically AI,
Mhm.
but I guess they're going to be showcasing the AI. I guess they announced a new Galaxy Tab earlier this week, so it'll be like their. It seems like it's like the low end model of it, but like their flagship Galaxy Tabs. So what is that? Galaxy Tab 11, right?
Maybe. Yeah, they did
11 or 12. They're somewhere.
big
They're
one, yeah.
somewhere around there. That'll be there. The S25 FE, which I guess is like the lower end.
Fan edition. That's what they usually call. I think
Is that
that's
what
what
FE stands for?
I
I didn't know
think
what
so.
it stood for.
I think that's what it means. I'm pretty sure it means fan edition. Yeah, fan edition.
And then there's obviously they got that trifold phone that was, I don't know if you remember seeing that.
Oh my god, I just think that's crazy. I remember they're doing that, but there was another company that did one too. Was it Huawei?
Yeah,
It
no,
showed
it was
one.
Was it Huawei? Yeah, it was Huawei.
Cool. I was like, but who? Like, what are we doing? I don't know.
I thought as a foldable person, you would have been all.
I think
it's a 10-inch tablet.
It is cute. That is crazy. But it's just like the one I saw, the try one that I think Huawei did it. I was like, that just look fragile to me. Like the folds are already like you're already very careful when you have a fold in general because the screens inside are always plastic. Like they say it's like thin glass, wherever the hell they call it.
Right.
But it's still very much softer than, of course, with the screen on the outside. So you're already paranoid as it is. I think Huawei, every time they came out with one, they had one that like folded, but the inner screen was on the outside and stuff. I was like, what are we doing? The screens are not ready.
Theirs is like an accordion style. I'm actually looking at the Huawei one now.
It's not ready.
So it folds like a Z essentially.
Yeah. It looked great, but I was like, that means the inner screen is on the outside of the phone. No,
the inner screen, the two inner screens touch. So like basically the screen to the left is the outside screen, and then the two screen, like the middle screen, and then the right third, they fold into each other.
No, I'm saying I know those two are protected, the two that are on the right.
Oh, but at least a third of the screen, is your outside screen, yeah,
and that's still soft because it's.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
all three of the screens are soft.
But I don't think you can get away with. There's no other way you can do trifold.
I know that's why I'm not doing it until we figure out the technology. Where the screen is screen is as protected as like our iPhone screens or whatever. Like these, we're not work. Like of course you drop them hard enough for sure, but I'm saying these are not. If you push your nail into it, it leaves an impression. That's how the inner screens of these folds are right now. Like
really,
they aren't hard. Like it is still like it's This is why, like, you close them all the time. You don't have this shit open and throwing it around. No, like it's still you can like it's fragile. It's still not. It's not. That ain't something you just fold on the outside. It's just not. It's just not. So when I saw something like this, I was like, "We serious?"
So to be fair, they're not expecting that at this event. It is expected this year, which means theoretically there should be another Galaxy Unpacked event because they also still need to show off the XR headset.
Now, look, if they do this and they somehow have it hard glass, somehow that bends, if they're able to do that, that gives me hope for the next fold, the regular fold, because the inside will be that. And I'm like, that'd be great. They said way more durable than they are now. So it's like, that's cool if they figure that out. But putting that soft, thin glass shit on the outside, I don't know. No.
That is fair.
Yeah. That's what I wonder what Apple's going to do. Like, are they going to somehow have some kind of bendable, hard plastic on the inside? I'm curious if somebody figures it out. Somebody
Somebody eventually will. I just don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm really curious what's going to be the one that sort of breaks it to super mainstream. Like it's getting more and more mainstream.
Yeah, it is.
But what's going to make it where it's essentially a ubiquitous alternative?
Yeah.
Where somebody will really sit down, like the average consumer will really sit down and go, you know what? I don't need a tablet. I'll just buy a fold, and now it's taking both.
Every time these phones come out or whatever, I love watching Jerry rig everything because I love when he tests it and tries to put flame to it and
Yeah,
it sees how the hardness of it. And every time a photo comes out, he does it. He's like, okay, yeah, it's still it's still the same. It's still you push a nail into it, it's staying like for a little while.
That's so crazy
it's
to me.
Still
Like I said,
not.
I didn't realize
Benz. They can't. They haven't figured it out.
Yeah, which it makes sense when you think about it. I guess I just hadn't thought about it, and you just sort of like, how soft could it have been? And so, like to hear you say that nail impressions are staying there, obviously not forever.
It won't
but like,
damage it, but it'll.
You can see the indent of it for a second. It is so interesting to me.
That's why I was surprised when they did the pin. When Samsung first said, "Oh, we're putting the pin," I thought they were gonna do just the outside because that's the hard part.
Fair,
but they were like the inside. I was like,
because you can get some deep pressure. Like I know when I was using my old iPad, the pen on there writing, I have thought about like, man, I might be pushing down a little too hard, like actually handwriting.
But yeah, so I mean that I've never heard nothing about it puncturing it or anything like that. Right. And when Jerry Rig does it, he does the bend test and all that stuff. Yeah. And Samsung doesn't like split in half or anything. Like he'll be bending it hard as he can. It doesn't split. And I was like, that's good, but you cannot treat this like you do a regular phone. Right. You're not just having this open and just you're just not doing that. It's durable, but it's not. Yeah, it ain't that durable where you can just play around like you do an iPhone. No.
Interesting. I'm curious about the fold market because like I said, they are not for me, mainly because of my gripes with Android tablet experience. Mm-hmm. But on its level, it is interesting to me just because I wouldn't mind not having to carry an iPad everywhere. That's not a terrible thing. Yeah. Did you hear this stuff about? We were talking earlier already about Apple's AI woes. Apparently, they looked into buying Perplexity and is it Mistral AI? I don't know. I've never heard of Mistral. I hadn't either.
But there's so many now. Who knows?
I mean, that is true. So this report is coming from Mac Rumors, who I guess their services chief Eddie Q. He's been very vocal about, well, why don't we just buy an AI firm and use that to bolster our AI thing rather than go out and hire all these different developers.
He's not wrong.
He's not. I guess what happened is this guy is very big on telling Apple, hey, we should go buy people. Because he's previously reportedly said they should have bought Netflix, asked them to buy Tesla.
Hey, he might have been
right. Tim Cook turned down both of those, this article says. And then there are other executives like Craig, I don't know. I never know how to pronounce his last name. But I guess he's been very reluctant on acquiring AI, really saying that they could focus on getting their own. And we've been talking, and granted, we're going to talk about our impressions of all of the 26 OS experiences, but Siri ain't no smarter in that one. I'll tell you right now.
Sure not.
Siri ain't
sure not. It still asks, do you want ChatGPT? Yeah, I do. I sure do. Every time.
I guess it's one of those things. Do you think that AI or Apple is going to miss the boat on AI?
It kind of looks like it. They keep delaying it. They showed us everything Siri could do. Remember, like a year ago or whatever, and they could just keep pushing that, and we still don't see it in this. We're beta 8 up to like beta 8 in developer now, and I'm like, hey, I don't see no Siri.
No,
nothing changing.
Siri doing the same old. In some instances, Siri feel like it's getting dumber.
Yeah, so I mean, I do. It's weird because somebody asked Siri. It was a simple question. You want me to get ChatGPT for that? You can't do that. Wait a minute. What do you mean? Because when they asked me that, I was like, okay, I expected to do that for complicated stuff.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it for simple stuff?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. I do think they're missing here, or like you said, maybe they feel like it's not gonna last. Maybe I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I brought it up as a thought. Maybe they could be having it. Maybe Tim Cook is. I don't believe that that's what they're thinking, because I feel like if they were, they wouldn't still keep promising, hey, Siri's going to get better. Our in-house stuff is going to get better. And they would just go, you know what? We abandoned those, and now you can just use Gemini, or you can just use ChatGPT. It feels like they definitely want to be able to do it, but for whatever reason it is, and like maybe they just can't hire the right people. I don't, like, maybe it's not giving them enough control. Something is holding them back, and it's very interesting to see when all of these other companies, for better or worse, because every AI is having its issue in certain stuff. Like, I'm very vocal about how Google's AI overview consistently gets stuff wrong in search. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I hate when I maybe they hit the. What was it? They asked you, "Do you want to do AI mode?" I remember I hit that one time.
Oh my god!
Said, oh my god! Go back! Go back!
Go back! Easily, it popped up for me earlier. I was so mad. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do this. When it told me, I saw the tweet where somebody was like, "If you ask it how much caffeine is in a McDonald's coffee, it just says a lot." And I was like, "There's no way. This is BS. It's not doing this." So I did it myself. I searched it. It didn't say a lot. It said there's a good amount, and I'm like, "What does that tell me? Like, what does that tell me?"
Yeah, I don't know. This AI stuff is crazy because it's like, Gemini and Siri just ain't getting better. I don't know.
No, Siri's just.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll just abandon it. Maybe they'll try something. They just have no indication of it for iOS 26. At least I don't see right now.
Even I'm trying to remember, even from WWDC, I don't think they spoke much. Yeah.
They kind of the year before. That's all it was about.
Year before was AI was everywhere.
This year they ignored it. They didn't. It's like they just stopped talking about it. It was very interesting. I was like, it's a very big change here. They were like, yeah, no, we're not talking about it no more.
I mean, Apple will abandon something and just act like it never forgot. I'm still sad about AirPower. I wanted that. That was going to be great. But I guess that's not the magnitude of AI. So it's just crazy. But we talked about the betas. Let's go into our impressions of the iOS, watchOS, and iPadOS betas. watchOS, just because I have the least experience with, like, it's cool. It's doing what it can, but I really do think that I'm not getting all of the features because of how old my watch is. I'm curious to know your experience with it. Like I said, it's getting a lot of new features, but the battery life is also getting killed. Battery life was already getting rough, and it seemed like it got way rougher with this beta. Is it running well on yours?
It's running well. I'm trying to see, like, I haven't seen anything really different. Maybe like a watch face.
It looks new.
Yeah, the watch face, I guess the icons and stuff, sure. But I haven't seen anything like us updated controls. I mean, that's everything liquid glass everywhere. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I just don't like the wrist flick thing and the tap thing you could do where you can like go through your notification or whatever your widgets with your tapping. Yeah, I was like, this is not. But how do I select anything? Like you just go through, but you don't actually select it. Oh, there's so many things. I'm just like, the watch is fine. I'm sure all the workout stuff I will use eventually. Maybe that's where where it'll shine. But right now, I'm not seeing anything like crazy.
Yeah,
in my mind.
That is fair.
Now they got notes on the watch now. Interesting.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't text on my watch, so like typing on here is just not great. I guess you could be like a Power Ranger and you'd be just here just talking to it like that, but it's like that's kind of weird. So yeah.
I see the mute incoming calls thing. I wonder how well that works for you to just be able to.
Now that
I don't know.
I have used
it does.
That. I have used that. Okay. I am a lot of the wrist features I definitely use because obviously my watch is on my hand,
Right.
all day. So when certain things come in, even without knowing like, or just remembering that it's a new thing,
Mhm.
I've just done
Okay.
where it's like, made a gesture and it's like, oh, okay, wait, I forgot that it was going to do that.
I'm just used to going like just and it'll turn the screen
Mhm.
off or whatever. I do that, but I'm not. I don't know. That's interesting. I've always texted and stuff on it sometimes. Like I've always done that. I've done it.
If you get one of those canned responses where it's like okay and it has like the exclamation point or like the thank you, that's me texting from my watch because that means I can just scroll down and click whatever it says.
Okay. See, the screen is bigger on the Ultra.
Fair, yeah.
So
what's the screen size?
it's 49. It's a 49 millimeter.
Okay, yeah.
So how many millimeters? Yours?
I got the 44. That
Okay.
was the larger of the two.
Yeah.
Of the regular ones.
Yeah. So that's I think when I had the 5, that's what size I had. 44. Yeah, I think it was 44.
And I think like the newer ones are like 45 now. Which
Yeah.
An extra millimeter is what? Who cares?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I haven't seen anything like crazy, but it works fine. I haven't like handy issues with it. It still works like a normal. So that's good.
Other than the battery life, and I don't even know if that's just from how old it is in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's been running fine. It seems like it's still smooth, snappy, like and no gesture has felt like it made it think or anything. So that's been good. But I think, like you said, it's just how much new could you really have put in this? And that's what it kind of feels like.
Right. Like I said, it's about workout stuff for people that the workout buddy thing that they keep talking about.
True.
True. I think that's the real selling point that they're trying to get through here. I'm like, cool.
That is, yeah. I mean, it is nice. So, I will say the one I've used the most. You would think it would be the iOS, like the phone one, but it's been this iPad one. Obviously, I'm fresh and just getting iPad. But
that's the star here.
I've been running through the features with it, and I am loving it. The multitasking features on it are so great. Like the fact that all these apps are opening up in their own windows now, it's cool. I'm really curious. Like once I get a keyboard case, I know it's every YouTuber what they do. Like, can this be my computer? I know I'm never going to be able to edit on this. I tried to edit a video on it. Oh my God, I was mad. It was so frustrating.
It might be different, the keyboard.
I have a Bluetooth mouse. I should try that next.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe I'll edit this on it.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, see how it works out.
I'm gonna edit this on it. Yeah,
you should try that because I've had this keyboard case on here for a very long time at this point, and like I said, I remember when I first. I hate to say this, but I remember when I first installed iOS 26, the beta, I was annoyed because I'm so used to having split screens or whatever. And I was like, how do I organize this shit? And then I watched an MKBHD video and he was to make them side by side, you just flick it to the side and it'll like, you just flick it to the left and it'll line up to the left and line up to the right. And I was like, oh, well, shit. Right. So now I can do that. Now if I bring up 2 and I want them to line up, I just flick it to the left and they'll line up. Like, cool. And then I like how you can double tap like where the menu bar would be and it'll make it large or bring it down. I love, like, it's cool. Like, this stuff is cool. The only thing I miss is when I used to swipe from the left corner up diagonally, it would do a screenshot. That's the only thing I miss. Like, that's the only thing that's gone. Now that controls the window sizes and all that stuff. Now I can't. But since I have my keyboard attached, I could do the same shortcuts I would do on a Mac to do screenshots.
Which is also still good.
So, but I think I could do that already though. This keyboard already had all those shortcuts, and I could still do all that stuff before. But now I have to rely on it.
No, that's fair. I mean,
but it's cool because now it does make it more of a computer, like you said.
Yeah, it really feels like you could probably for I would say 90% of people who whatever they do on their computer, they're just surfing the web, they're checking emails, watching stuff, social media usage. This can be your daily driver. You don't necessarily need a full-on laptop for that. Even if you're writing, even if you're taking notes, like if you got I think you can probably do it with the 11-inch screen, but for sure, if you got the 13-inch one, you can take your notes, all of that stuff. That can be everything for you.
I mean, how I use my iPad is like when I go somewhere, I don't take my computer. My computer is just sitting here hardwired in or whatever. And I use like Jump Desktop and I'll do it right on my iPad and log into my computer.
Oh, smart.
I do
Yeah.
that all the time. That's how I, instead of taking my computer with me, that's what I do. I used to do that with the Mac too. I would log into the Mac on here
That's
with Jump Desktop. So I do that all the time. So it makes it's great. You know, keyboard works, all that stuff. I can do everything. So I do use it like it's a computer. That's how I view it. I view this as like kind of like my computer, and then my tablet is the fold.
that's
So-
fair.
so
Yeah.
that's how I view it.
I definitely
So-
still take my laptop everywhere. Those are probably my tablet, my laptop
Mhm.
are always in my backpack with, you know, a couple other things, but those are almost always with me. Especially when I'm traveling like on vacation or whatever. Like it's like if I'm at a con,
Mhm.
I'm trying to get all those videos at least, or videos and pictures put together right away.
Mhm.
So, you know, I'll have my laptop for those reasons, but I think the next time I go somewhere, like I said, we'll see how this video edit goes.
Mhm.
I might try just taking the tablet with me and seeing if I could just make that a quick edit thing. Like I'm sure it'll be great for just editing reels or like putting stuff on like shorts.
Yeah.
It's the long form stuff. How's that gonna go?
I mean, like you just said, a Bluetooth mouse. I mean, a Bluetooth keyboard too,
Yeah.
or even a USB one. I mean, if you had a hub, you could plug it in.
Oh
too.
yeah, you can. Yeah.
So the port on it does that. You know, does all that. So
Mm-hmm.
I always have. That's what I have plugged in right now. So like when I'm doing my PlayStation controller or whatever, I just plug the PlayStation controller in, and I'll do that instead of doing Bluetooth. Less latency as I can. but yeah. Yeah, I usually take my iPad, my phone, of course, my fold, and then I have like my second screen. I'll take that too. Like it's just a
Like a external screen. Yeah, I got one of those. Yeah.
separate screen, and I'll take that with me too. I think I sent y'all that picture of that when I was in the hotel room. I had
Yeah.
yeah. So,
That's another reason I'm very sad about not having a Mac anymore. Like the
Mhm.
Mac, having my MacBook and using the iPad as the second screen. It's so beautiful. I do also have a second screen, but it's nowhere near as good a screen as this iPad screen is.
no. Oh yeah, no.
And so I used to love doing that. Like I ain't gonna hold you. This Asus laptop is great, but its days might be numbered. I might be going back to a MacBook. Like the days might be numbered.
I mean, like we were saying, this stuff works well together. It really does.
It does.
So,
It's so crazy. And obviously for so many creative things, if you want to get that on Mac, you have to pay crazy amount for it. So like I gotta have my Windows desktop.
Mhm.
But for everywhere else, I feel like I could get away. I don't even necessarily need, I think, a MacBook Pro. Like I could probably the high-end MacBook Pro. I could probably get an M4 Pro or M5 Pro, whatever that comes out. I could probably get that and be fine.
Right. Yeah.
iOS, I guess that's the last one we have. We like you said, iPad OS is for sure. That was the star of these updates. iOS though, it's been cool. I also haven't noticed too much different. It runs faster. I'll give you that. It's my phone does feel a lot snappier. I'm less opposed to liquid glass on the phone than I am on the tablet. And I don't know if that's just because of the difference in the backgrounds that I have on the two devices that it's making me notice it more on the tablet. It didn't feel game changing, so I'm curious of your thoughts on it.
Yeah, it's just I guess the look. Honestly, that seems like the main thing here, and I don't know. I haven't seen anything like different than like. There isn't like any crazy features added. The only thing the other day while I was playing music, it automatically mixed the next song into the other one. I was okay.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like it.
I was like, wait.
I don't like. I liked how it faded before because it tries to match the tempo, and some songs that just don't work for it. And I play I play playlists. I don't know if you just listen to albums or if you listen to playlists a lot.
Playlists that I make myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And every song ain't gonna always match.
No.
Well,
My playlists are wild, so it don't
look,
match. But most songs are not
I
bad.
have a legitimate playlist that I've been creating since I was in college, just called "Getting Ready."
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's just and getting ready meant different things at different points in my life. Getting ready
Yeah.
in college was getting ready to go out for the night, so it
Yes.
was a lot of high tempo stuff.
Yeah.
Getting ready for work is different. I'm
Mhm.
not always listening to all this dance music and stuff
Right.
like that, but it's all in the same playlist. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't need a J.
Yeah.
Cole song to mix into a Tiesto song. It don't work. Like,
Yeah, it's I don't know. That was interesting. I was like, oh, I forgot it did that. I didn't notice until it did it. I was like, oh yeah. The CarPlay looks cool, like nicer.
oh yeah,
That I would say. CarPlay does look a lot cooler and more like I don't know, tight, clean, like even the map, like some of the wording and stuff, it's smaller kind of. It
Mhm.
makes it fit better. It just looks nicer. So that was cool. I was like, okay, I forgot that, I honestly didn't think about it. I was like, what if it messed up my CarPlay? I didn't even think about that until I got in the car. I was like, oh crap, please let this thing work right. Please.
That is fair.
Not today.
That's a very fair.
I forgot about CarPlay until I got in the car. I was like, oh shit.
One other thing that I noticed is that when you FaceTime now, it captions, and that's really cool. Like it. I don't have a necessity for it right now.
Right.
It was fun to play around with, and like it's cool for like instances where somebody may be either speaking low because they can't really, or like your sound is low because you don't want to be disrespectful and stuff like that. Like it was, or somebody even just for accessibility reasons, like for somebody who may just be harder of hearing, it's great for that.
Right.
And the fact that if you take a screenshot of the FaceTime call, the captions aren't there.
Oh, okay.
It's cool for the aspect of, now your conversation isn't just out there leaked on accident because you forgot about the captions.
Yeah, okay. One thing I feel like Apple's been doing this, but like, we ever took in like multiple screenshots right behind each other?
Mm-hmm.
Notice how it doesn't have the screenshot you took before in the screenshot.
Yeah.
I was like, that's great. I love that stuff like that. So maybe that's the same concept of them knowing what they're putting on front of it and not what you're actually looking at. Yeah, so that's cool.
They also now have the sorry to cut you off. You just reminded me of something with the screenshots. When you take the screenshot now, you can copy and just paste, and it'll delete. So you copy and delete, and obviously it's still pasteable. Versus it just bogging up your photo library.
I saw like by default when you take a screenshot, it was doing the full screen thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can, I think before it would go down to the corner or whatever. You can open if you want to, but I turned that off because I like when it goes in the corner.
Oh, fair.
But automatically it comes up with a big, the new. I do like how it looks. I do like how it's like it has the ask at the bottom now, and you can search it and all that stuff. I do like how they added that. And I knew the one thing I really do like about this change: the search bar is at the bottom of everything.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Really like that. It's everywhere, and I was like,
I'm shocked that you. So I'm the opposite of you in the one of it going to the corner because I'm very much a person who takes a lot of screenshots just so I can paste it somewhere else. So the fact that it's full screen now and it pops up in the corner, you just need to copy this, don't you? Copy and it will delete it. I was so excited. I was like, oh, this is great because I have to go in and delete so much stuff out of my photo library so many times because I would just take a screenshot just to, like I said, paste it somewhere else later. Mm-hmm. So that being there, it's great.
Most of the time when I'm taking screenshots, it's of me paying a bill.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just screenshot it and I just want to go away. Yep, I just want to show that I did it just in case y'all try me later.
Okay.
That's what most of my screenshots are for. So that's why I don't care to edit it or do anything with it at the time. That's why I was like, let me turn that off because I don't want that. But yeah, but I do get the idea of it popping up immediately and you be able to draw on it immediately or whatever you need to do. I do find that appealing if that's what you want. Yeah.
It's great for me. Then I know like some of the photo and video like in the camera app changes. I ain't gonna hold you. I use the Blackmagic camera app, so
for everything most of the time.
For every video for sure. Most pictures, like I'll still go into the photo app. So like I've been playing around with it for that. And it is, I do like a lot of the stuff that they're doing, where like you could change like the focal length and stuff like that. It just looks better now. Like you can do that before, but the way that they have it looking now, where it's like these are all photocentric things and these are all video centric things, and like you swipe up to get all of the special different settings like flash, live video, you want timer, exposure, stuff like that. It's cool. The video side, it does a lot of the same things for that too, but like I said, that one means almost nothing to me just because I just use the Blackmagic camera app. So but
do you film with that all the time too?
Yeah, most of like any of the videos, like shorts and stuff like that, I usually film on my phone with that app. So I like that the camera moves, obviously, and I think that might just be the camera itself now, where it consistently moves to keep you in focus. And so like that's cool. It reminds me of my gimbal, like my phone gimbal does that. And so it's nice that software and hardware are going to be able to do that. Like it's going to be cool. But getting around to actually playing with the iOS and the OSs of 26, it seems like they're doing well. You know, I'm glad it's not going to be a dud of an update.
One thing in the camera I don't like is before, like to turn on flash or whatever, you could just swipe across the thing at the bottom to get to the flash thing. Now it's all at the top corner. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to be too nitpicky about it. But I did like that idea of me being able to just swipe and turn on flash instead of me having to go to the top, tap it. Like it's not.
So to be fair, you can swipe up from the bottom and still do it.
I just noticed that. Okay, I guess
so. Like if you swipe up, well, hold on.
I see it. I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
it is still more buttons than it used to be. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I mean that's fine. Okay. See, it's a lot. It's so many things in this update that they don't tell you.
No,
that's another. The way they did it, as this Apple always been. But it's just crazy that it's like I have to find out stuff from watching other people.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's in there. Okay, like they swipe that thing to put the apps beside each other. I didn't know I could do that until like I was looking for an option to do that. I was like, what the hell is it? You know, why can I do this? So, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I do like the features that they're trying to do. I do like the windowing thing on the iPad. The iPad especially, I feel like is the biggest update. I feel like
for sure.
The fact that I finally did something like this on the iPad is great. Like you said, their editing software on there. Like, which editing software do you use on your iPad?
I tried to use like for video editing, it was DaVinci Resolve, and
okay. I know they added a few other ones on here too.
I know they have
what was it called? I had it.
What is
time.
Theirs called? Not Logic. Logic is the audio. Not Pro Tools. I'm sorry, that's another audio. God, what is theirs called? Final Cut.
Final Cut. Yeah.
That's their in-house one. I know that's obviously on iPad now. That came out right around the time that DaVinci did.
There's one that starts with an L, I think.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Was on here.
I'm sure Adobe is putting some version.
LumaFusion.
Okay.
I
don't know that one.
Yeah, so that was one of the editing tools that I had on here. I was like, oh, they put it on an iPad. Cool. Let me try it.
Yeah, I think with some time I could probably learn Resolve on here and be happy with it. It seems, I feel like that's probably what I'll start using for, like I said, the quick ones, like when I'm doing a shorts, when I'm doing a reel or something. It makes sense to be able to just a quick workflow, take the picture, record it on my phone. It'll automatically go over to my iPad. Boom, get it in. Now I can go and upload it immediately. Like that all makes sense. It's probably just a learning curve more than anything.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But overall, it's cool. But before we get out of here, obviously the last thing on our list, probably the biggest, I guess, of the remaining stuff.
Oh yeah,
is Apple's all dropping event.
I feel like we've heard everything pretty much is going to be in this event. I mean, obviously the iPhone 17. That's the normal 17 Pro. Then they have that
Air potentially.
Yeah, that is interesting because like really thin apparently, then like less battery life or something. And so I'm curious on how they sell that, and the pricing of that device specifically.
Yeah, so you got to figure so what the iPhone. Let me go back to Apple's website. We're gonna use current iPhone lineups, pricing, and try to estimate from there. So can I compare just to all of them? So 16, 16E, all right, 16 Pro Max. So 16E is $599. So let's assume 17E. 17E probably ain't coming out this year.
Usually they do that one later.
Yeah, so let's go 16, 16 Pro, and then 16 Pro Max. So 16 is $799. So let's assume 17 is the same price. 16 Pro is $999, probably the same price for the 17 Pro. 16 Pro Max is $1199, so you figure same price. Are you like $899 for an Air? Does it work?
$899?
Because you got to figure if the 16 is $799, 16 Air, in this case 17 Air.
Because it's supposed to replace the Plus, right?
Oh, is it? So, oh yeah, it's got to be replacing the Plus.
So
16 Plus is $899.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But is it? I'm assuming it have the same features as the regular 17, just a huge screen, I guess.
Yeah,
because the Plus was just a huge screen version. So
yeah, so the Plus was a 6.7 inch screen, and the Pro Max was a 6.9 inch screen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird to see how they justify it. Like, what is like it being thin? Okay, but why?
Yeah, I mean, it's thinner. I think that's all you get, right?
I mean, that was the big thing that Samsung kept doing with the damn Fold, the 7. It's the thinnest fold ever, or whatever. And I was like, I it's fine. It could be a little thick. I don't want one to break. It's fine. Like,
but that's Apple's wheelhouse. Remember when the MacBook Air came out? This is the thinnest laptop ever. Well, that was the one that they had in the manila envelope, right?
I remember. Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, it was that, when the iPad Air came out, thinner than air, it was lighter than air. Like, they love to let you know, look, this is like having nothing in your pocket or in your bag.
They're not wrong. They're not wrong. They've done that, and it has worked.
It has. It's worked for a lot of people.
And it was kind of the budget. Yeah, it was the budget MacBook. And
the MacBook Air, yeah, for sure.
And the iPad Air, of course, is obviously cheaper than the Pro. So
yeah, they didn't position that as the budget though. They let you know, like, yo, this is gonna be more expensive than your iPad.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure it's for somebody. I guess it's an interesting choice.
It is. It's a very interesting choice. I do want to make sure people know they probably should not expect any new iPads here, any new Macs here. Apple will have you another event for those,
Of course.
But what we probably will see, if it's there, is a new Apple Watch and new AirPods.
Oh yeah. Live translation and not the AirPods, right?
Yeah.
I understand. That's the main thing that people can talk about.
That seems to be the big thing in the rumors of that one. And the only thing I got with that is, please let it come to the Power Beats. I just bought these Power Beats. Y'all, I'm sure they have.
It might. We don't know.
It needs to.
They seem to be a lot more similar to the AirPods this time.
Mm-hmm.
AirPods Pro. I feel like it. With all the noise canceling and all the other stuff they have on now, and the controls are pretty much the same as the AirPods. So I'm pretty sure they should get that. Same chip, same kind of, unless they lock it down to whatever new chip is inside of these AirPods. They love to do that too. The H4. I don't know.
I don't know if these are. I think these are. I don't know if it's Pros that are coming out. Like, I think these are just AirPods.
Oh, you think? Oh, okay. Well,
let me check. Let me look at the rumor roundup and double check. I could be wrong.
Let me see this.
It
says stems to the AirPods Pro 2.
Oh, AirPods Pros 3, yeah.
But they're saying, but somebody said about AirPods Pro 2 or AirPods 4. So, I mean, maybe it'll work for. It'll be interesting if it does work for all of them.
Then it should. There's no reason why it shouldn't be able to.
Yeah. So
The other
what is
thing,
the new AirPods though? If it comes to everything,
I
So-
mean, then it's the same thing like how Bose just came out with their new Quiet Comfort earbuds 2. Quiet
What
Comfort
changed?
earbud Ultra 2. It better ANC,
Okay.
better battery life.
Okay.
I think that was about it.
Okay.
So things like that. I guess these are supposed to have biometric sensors in the earphones, so that's something that'll set that apart from everything else.
What does that mean?
Let's see.
If you have it in your ear,
So
what biometrics?
it can offer heart rate and temperature monitoring.
Oh, that's that thing that they put in the Power Beats, right? Didn't they put that in the Power Beats?
Oh, then
It's in the Power Beats.
I didn't know that.
Doesn't it have, let me see, Pro 2 heart rate or something. I think I do heart rate. Yeah, heart rate sensor is built into these.
Okay, well then, yeah. So I guess it'll have that. The temperature might be the one new thing then.
Okay.
So it's like, hey, it lets you know, like, yo, you running hot, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So things like that. Those are how they'll sell it. And then, like I said, the Apple Watch. What, Apple Watch Ultra 3 and then Apple Watch 11, right? That's what they're on.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't seen much in their ways of rumors about what's going to be coming to those. So it might just be like a new iteration thing.
Yeah, I don't know, because I remember the main thing everybody wanted from the Ultra 2 when it first announced was make the color black. And then they didn't do that. Because I'm mad because I gave up.
I remember.
I was like, fine, I'll just get it, fine. And then it came with a damn black one later. I said, you mother, so bad. I put a cover on it though, so it almost looked like it's black. But still, it's crazy. But so I don't know what they're gonna do for this 3. I doubt the screen is gonna get any bigger. Like if it does, that's wild. I guess the brightness.
Yeah, brighter screen, probably what? Better battery life.
And then that's satellite connectivity.
Which I thought, it can make calls from satellite. So just you can text from satellites now.
Yeah.
So I mean,
cool.
I think that's more iterative updates versus the groundbreaking things. Like if they were going to do anything groundbreaking for the Apple Watch series, you would have thought it would have been last year. That was the 10th one.
Oh, they're talking about blood pressure monitoring. That might be something.
Oh, well,
that can do heart rate. It can do heart rate, right?
I thought it could do heart rate and blood pressure.
I don't know. I thought heart rate like it do your BPM or whatever, but it can't do like your blood pressure. But I know they did the blood oxygen. That was the thing they put out again lately. So
because I have an old enough Apple Watch, I never lost it.
Oh.
Because they only did it for certain ones. Or did I? I know I saw it after the fact. Nope, yep, here it is right here. Yeah, so I never lost that. So it's interesting. It's doing it now. I don't know what this number means, but it's
what, the blood oxygen?
Yeah, it was at 99%. So hopefully we good.
I don't know.
I ain't passed out on screen, so we can. But no, I think I have nothing else from the Apple event. Like I said, I'm not going into this event like, we're going to see game-changing things. The event that I'm waiting for is the Mac event. Too. Nice. There you go. See, I think we good then. But yeah, the event I'm waiting for is the Mac event.
See, I enjoy the Mac event just to see what they're adding to it. That's cool. But like I said, I don't think I'm ever gonna get another one. I had that Mac Mini. It was cool. I thought it would be better for streaming and stuff, but it really wasn't. It didn't really make any difference for me for real. It just made it more difficult to get audio through. I felt like it was more difficult to do reactions on that than it was on my Windows.
That's fair.
But yeah, so that's gone now, and I use that. I basically trade that in to get the Power Beats. Oh, here you go. You had it back. Let me get my Power Beats.
I mean, yeah, that's a win for you then.
Yeah, so that worked out for me. But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else from this event. I'm just it's right around the corner.
It is. This by the time this comes out, it'll be what, a week from then.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what that is. We'll have to definitely get back together and do a recap, see how this compares to some of the rumors, see if we're anything piqued our eye that we're super excited for, or if I I'm due for an upgrade this year if I really want to. I mean, I'm not going to trade in this phone anyway. I'll probably keep it regardless. But do I keep this as my daily phone, or do I go get either a Pixel or a Galaxy?
Ooh, I guess they have to convince you then.
Yeah, I want to see. I mean, or the more likely thing is I just don't upgrade. I just keep this for another year. But
turn around and get the iPad Air, the iPhone Air.
Oh
the iPhone 17 Air.
I don't think I could. After having the Pro, like what features would I lose leaving the Pro lineup?
That is true. That is true. The camera, you really do like the camera stuff. So,
yeah.
So I highly doubt it'll have whatever the Pro Max camera has.
Right. So like I think that's out. But Pixel, Galaxy, y'all might be hearing from me. Apple, you got something that I need you to prove.
That makes me think about the Fold phone. I wonder if the Fold will have like Pro Max cameras, or would they put like the regular camera in it?
How is the camera on your Fold?
The thing they always complain about is it's always like the generation behind. So it's like the Samsung, whatever the S phone was at the time. It's probably the camera system before that one. Usually.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they always say about the Folds. They never put. They probably like, look, if we put that in there, get ready for this price.
Yeah,
that's what they probably said. Yeah, look now, what y'all want?
You talking about 1999? I meant 29.99.
Yeah.
Talking about.
So like, you want to put the flagship cameras in this?
Right, right.
But the cameras are good. Like I don't know. I'm not the iPhone. If I'm doing a picture or a video, I'm going to my iPhone first.
Okay.
When I record those reactions or whatever I do, that's my iPhone sitting here. It's not the phone. So
yeah, reactions and stuff are more than likely like unless I'm sitting at my desk and doing it like. Because then I'm bringing out my Blackmagic camera because that I can just use it as a webcam and I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
But most of the time, it is purely just my iPhone, and so camera means a lot more to me than I ever thought it would.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 years ago, I was like, it takes pictures, we're good.
Right.
But it's definitely started to mean a lot more to me.
So probably the Air won't work for you.
No, I don't think the Air is going to work. Not that
I highly doubt they're putting the flagship cameras in that.
No, that's probably going to be. It might be the iPhone 16 camera.
Yeah, like we said, it's replacing the Plus.
Right.
So it'll be whatever camera the regular 17 has, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that people like all these gymnastics people do with, they're changing the camera array to do something different. I was like, they changed the camera array on back of iPhone just so when you see it, you know which one it is. That's why they do that.
Which is funny you say that because going all the way back to these Pixel reviews I was telling you I was watching, that was one of the things that was interesting. They were saying that you can't really tell if you look at the back of the Pixel. I think it was the Pixel Pro 9 and 10. Mm-hmm. Unless you saw which slate of gray that they were using for the 10, you wouldn't. And until he put an arrow on it, I didn't know.
Yeah, Apple's the only one that I feel like only cares about that. Everybody, all the folds the same. Yeah, you had the same camera array. I was like, Apple's the only one make sure you change the back of it. So when you see it, you know which phone it is. You know it's not the
because now it's a status symbol again. Yeah, now I can tell people you can see from a glance that I got the new thing.
Yeah, you can tell by the camera array every time. On iPhones anyway. Yeah, it's funny that they do it like that.
That's some gold marketing.
Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I can think of with this stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't got anything else either. I don't think there's anything else super interesting, especially around mobile. I'm sure there are some other rumors we could talk about another time. Like we could probably do a video on strictly just tech rumors and reacting to those.
Quite a bit of those all the time.
There's so many all the time. But where can the people find you and what you got coming up then?
Okay, Nerd with the Tech everywhere except on TikTok. There's an underscore at the end of my name on TikTok.
Sound like TikTok days might be numbered anyway, from what I'm hearing. So
I hope not. I just got to prove it live on there. Come on now.
I'm just saying. From what I'm hearing, I think it was Joe Rogan.
Going to shop. Hold on now. I'm about to get on there.
Don't quote me. I'm just going off some of the stuff. You know, it seemed like it changes by the day.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've gotten a few things for TikTok. I need to get up there and be like, look, I bought this. I have used it. See, I never want to do that where I didn't use the stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah, you just find me there where I will be streaming this trial, this demo of Lost Soul Aside. I'm gonna try that. Since they put the demo out, I'm gonna do the demo.
Yeah.
Because I need to know if the reviews are crazy. It's like somebody's like, I love it. Someone like, it's terrible. I need to see it.
I have been hearing all types of things about it. I was talking to Jamie about it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that. I was happy they put it on PlayStation. It was on Steam too, but I wanted it on PlayStation.
Yeah, fair.
So eventually, like after that, I will be doing the DLC of what is it, Final Fantasy 16, and then I will do that. That's why I didn't play them. I just unlocked them and stopped. So, and then eventually I should be playing these Harry Potter games on Switch. I got the Lego ones.
Yes.
Whole bundle. So I will be streaming those as well. And of course, like random videos of reactions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it. Nice. And the podcast, Much Ado About Nothing, will be back next week on Wednesdays.
Nice.
So yeah.
Cool. You can find me at DidgeD everywhere. That is DIDGEDEE in all places. It's the same username everywhere. I got lucky. Obviously, we got the Godfather game series still ongoing. I'm twitching just random games. I think the most consistent one is Night Rain and Black Myth Wukong. But interspersed between those is just whatever comes to my fancy. I'm actually going to also be twitching the Lost Soul Aside demo. And also Sword of the Sky, or Sword of the Sea. I keep saying the wrong name. Also, the Geek Set podcast every week on Sundays at 3 Central. We are live. The episode audio goes up the next day. And we are putting together a stream where we will be playing Helldivers, all four of us. Thinking we can get 4 max.
Right?
Yeah, we're gonna. I looked at the war bond earlier for Halo 1. It's 1,500. Like the 1,500 of their credits, and I only had 1,100, so I gotta buy 400 more credits.
Gotcha.
But I will be getting the Halo stuff, and I'm sure that's going to be chaotic. But definitely stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for more of these tech talks. These are fun. I know we say this every time, but this time I am serious. I wrote it down on this blackboard in front of me, so we will get more done.
Okay. All right. Cool. There's always stuff to talk about. We're about to get into it now. Like
I know, right?
After he picks it off. So,
that is true. So, like I said, be on the lookout for that. But until next time, people, peace out.
Peace.